Okay, here's the last video in the circles, so writing the equation of a circle. So in this case, we have to write an equation of the circle with the diameter endpoints of negative 14,1 and negative 10,9. So now they gave us two endpoints and that's a diameter, which means in order to find the radius, we want to just take half of that, right? So we want to find the midpoint of it. So just as a refresher, right, the midpoint means I want to find the middle of the two endpoints. Okay, so to find the midpoint, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take negative 14 plus negative 10 and divide that by 2. Right, so negative 14 plus negative 10, and I want to divide that by 2. Okay, same thing with my y, right? So 1 plus 9 divided by 2. Okay, so if I do that, then for my midpoint, okay, so my midpoint for that, which is going to be negative 12 and 5. So just know that this right here represents, because if that's my midpoint of the diameter, that represents the center. So this is my center. So I have my h and my k. Okay, and then to find the radius, again, you just want to figure out what the distance is between your center and an endpoint. So I'm going to do the distance formula for you. You're just going to, it doesn't matter which one you choose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose for the first one, right? So I'll choose 14. Okay, so I want to find the distance, right, between negative 14 and 1 and negative 12 and 5. So when I set this up, it's going to be x1, which is negative 14, okay, minus x2, which is negative 12 squared, plus y1, which is 1, minus y2 is 5 squared. Okay, so if you go ahead and plug this into the calculator, you should get that it'll be the square root of 20. Okay, so this means that that is my radius, because that's the distance between an end, that's the distance between the point on a circle and the center point. So that's my radius. So I can use this to write out my final equation. Okay, so it'll always just be, remember, it's always going to be, I'll write it with black. It'll always be x minus, and then our center is negative 12, right? So that means that this should be positive 12 squared plus y minus 5 squared. Okay, and then that's going to equal my radius, which is square root of 20, right? So if I take the square root of 20 and I square that, it's just going to be 20. And then this would be my final answer.